Hey, happy Thanksgiving weekend from Anita and I. I wanted to just cheer people up a little. I get a lot of DMs from artists, architects, designers who are currently frustrated in relationship to how their career is going. And they feel things are unfair and that their level of talent and effort isn't matching their outcome or how they are received within society. And they ask for advice, and the only advice I have is that they should open their eyes and realize that the system is rigged, that this is mostly not their fault. If you're an artist, if you believe you're really good and things aren't going your way, it's mostly not your fault. At least from the perspective of your work. It's your fault that you haven't figured out that the system is entirely rigged, and you should be doing probably as much work hacking the system as you should making actual artwork. Because if you think about it, if you are a traditional artist and you come from a 95% of the family households of a medium or lower income, you don't have the same fortune as someone who comes from a wealthy background. And that is key, because we give for granted that if you came from a wealthy family and you wanted to go into business, well, you had all the necessary resources to start your company and be able to do great, and you had all of dad's contacts and your family network, and of course you're going to do well, or you should do incredibly well. If not, it's partially your fault. Now, if you're an artist, we still somehow believe that the arts are this purest intellectual practice in which it's almost like a sport where you see a sprinter run faster 100 meters and therefore you know unanimously that they deserve the gold medal. In the arts, it doesn't work like that. There isn't yet systems to measure intellectual or artistic capability, and the system is therefore rigged, just like a business system. Imagine you're a normal artist from a normal, medium, or lower income household, and you're a rich artist from a rich family. Both young, both go to a gallery. Who does the gallerist pick? The rich artist. Even if the rich artist is slightly less talented than the poor one. Why? Because the rich artist needs to, the gallerist needs to pay for an overhead. They know that rich artist might be young, but they're going to have family members that are going to come in and they're going to support them. And they're going to buy all of their crap or good stuff. They also know that there's probably family members on the boards of museums and that are going to be influential. And they're going to be able to provide a studio for this young artist to continue to stay in their practice and develop the necessary skills to be a proper professional. This rich artist might also be able to pay for materials, for production, for assistance. It's a huge head start. It's exactly the same as you would see in the business world. And so, if you're frustrated because things aren't going well for you, because you believe as an artist, a designer, an architect, that someone should come along and spot your talent and be able to recognize and distinguish that level of talent is so fucking good that you deserve to go up on the podium and be celebrated for who you are, then you're wrong. It's never going to happen. Because you're trying to present your work in a rigged system. You're trying to throw beautiful seeds into a field in which, in your case, hasn't been raked. It's a dry field where there's no water, where there's no one looking after those seeds. So you need to figure out how to hack the system so that your field is also now nurtured and prepared. And I think that's the one advantage you have. If you're a artist from a family that didn't have any money, in my case, my parents are teachers, I never had any money. I had an amazing fortune to have an incredible education. But that was it. If you don't have money, you have drive. If you don't have money, you have a little bit of rage. You feel things are slightly fucking unfair. You need to channel that. You need to be grateful for that. You need to figure out how to use that chip on your shoulder to push harder, to strive harder within your work, but also, more importantly too, within being able to hack the system, to jam your foot before that door closes so that you can open it and you can then get to present your work and your talent. I'm gonna try and write down hacks that helped me, things that I discovered along the way that were helpful in being able to have opportunities to show the work. That's it from Anita and I. Be thankful for your raw drive and push it, and focus some of your time as an artist, as a creative, to hack the system so that you can then focus more time to create within it. Okay? I wish you guys all the best. Happy Thanksgiving weekend.